Next, Eric and Casey Allen from Indianapolis, Indiana. First, the essentials. Casey and Eric will be married on April 10th, 2009. I believe there are 5,000 invitations that will be delivered after this event. So, Casey, big wedding cake, okay? There's the happy couple in Puerto Vallarta. Casey is the Assistant Director of Special Services at the Hamilton Southeast School District, one of the largest in Indiana. They got a great little family with their son right there with them. His name is Bryce. She makes it possible for him to pursue his passion, which is Zrii. And he has told me in an emotional way that without her, this would not be possible for him. Let me tell you what Eric is up to. He graduated in the top of his class at Indiana University. He left Indiana University to teach in the inner cities in some of the toughest neighborhoods in Indianapolis, not only as a teacher, but as a coach. His lifelong dream was to be a Division I college basketball coach, which he recently realized at IUPUI. There he is on the bench. Now enter the Zrii passion. He was enrolled by a guy you probably know named William Bowles. Since that time, Eric Allen has become one of the top enrollers of all time in the history of Zrii, and in order to duplicate in his organization properly, he is going full-time, leaving his coaching position at a Division I school in Indiana to go full-time in Zrii. Now, without Casey's support, would that be happen? We can't say enough about the role of a supportive spouse or a supportive partner. He is now able to do meetings all across the Midwest. He's a road warrior, and he's one of the most gifted presenters I've ever seen, making a huge commitment to Zrii. Give it up for Coach Allen. And maybe now with Zrii, he'll be catching a few more fish, like the one he's got here in Cancun. Okay, now let's move on to one of the more dynamic couples I've ever met in my life. Art and Kathleen Duell, sitting right here, so I'm going to stare at you, from my home state of Connecticut. As colorful a couple as I have ever worked with. He is a lawyer. We won't hold that against him, Bill, like we don't hold it against you, by training. And she is a financial deal maker. She actually graduated in the top of her class from Thunderbird University with an MBA. Their kindness to me was recently shown when I went to visit them at their home country club of Weburn, which is in Darien, Connecticut. There we are. And there's a lot of trees on that course. And trees sometimes have a real insatiable appetite for golf balls. And I think on that day, my balls were particularly tasty for the trees. So I spent a lot of time playing ping pong in the woods. But we had a terrific time. You know, I'm not the only one that's played golf at Weburn with Art and Kathleen. There have been other luminaries, such as Tyler Daniels, who's had that opportunity. And this, I hear this invitation is open to anybody, any corporate executive, anybody in the upline or organization that would like to visit them will be treated at the country club. Well, we call Kathleen Boomer because she can really hit it off the tee, as she showed in our golf tournament yesterday. You know, I'm not sure who's out in front in this couple. They're both sprinting side by side together, building Zrii, and they complement each other quite a bit. They do a lot of their meetings in Greenwich. For those of you who don't know, Greenwich, Connecticut is not exactly a hotbed for network marketing. But they are getting it done in the wealthiest county in the country. Art has a binder that he shows people for prospecting purposes. Every day, he and Kathleen print out their back office report, and they highlight with a yellow highlighter the total number of people in their organization. This binder is irresistible. People look at this binder and they fall into the spell and they enroll in Zrii. It's very, very simple. It shows all the income and everything else they've been involved with. It's a terrific tool. It shows their commitment and their organization. They also have something called the Dual Forces training system, which allows people to plug in right away and duplicate. And they are experiencing terrific duplication as a result of this. Now, their passion for the business was recently on display when I was sitting with them on the 12th of April in Greenwich, the Hyatt Regency, and they said, we want to get out of the 6-star stockade. We're going to be 7 stars at convention. We want to have dinner at Cucina Toscana. So we realized how much volume they needed in their weak legs to qualify. And we made a plan. How many premium pack enrollments will it take in the next 18 days in your weak legs to make that happen, and who's going to go get them? Well, the next day I called them up, and Kathleen was in the middle of a meeting in her kitchen. They had it all mapped out. They made 7-star last month. Let's hear it for Art and Kathleen Duell. Now, one of the other reasons that Art and Kathleen are famous is because Arthur enrolled Keith Fitzgerald. Now, Keith has become a bit of a household name. He likes to fly helicopters. There's long stories there that we won't get into today. But he owns what's called a Zrii copter. It's white and it's red, and he lands it in his home in New Hampshire, where he lives with his wife Francine and his son Nevis, who are here today. There's a picture of Keith landing at home. Now, he's got a really interesting way of building his business. He's done a lot of work with the state police in the state of New Hampshire. I'm sure a lot of you are here today. And he has been able to create a duplication system of his own that has worked. Let me tell you something Keith does. As a retired investment banker, he has the resources to build how he wants to build. But he drives his car all over the East Coast. There's he and Nevis. Here's the back of his Jeep with all these mini bottles. Okay? Now, Keith has taught a prospecting system of giving 5 mini bottles out when he enrolls. I think that's pretty fantastic, okay? On the 6th day, what does everybody say? Where's my Zrii? You know, it's beautiful. So there's a very nice license plate. Let's hear it also for the passion, Keith Francine Fitzgerald. One of the most powerful people in the world today, yes, I'm talking about her, friend of Bill Farley, of course. She said, Oprah, I believe that one of life's greatest risks is never daring to risk. These are powerful words. May it never be said of any of us in Zrii that we were too timid to dare to find our passion and boldly live according to it. May it never be said that we shied away from risk. May it never be said that we lived lives of mimicry. It is my intention today that we all seek to find our passion, as Bill explained in the Opus trailer. That thing that excites us and leads us to creative action in our lives. May we all find our unique voice within and all of our divinely bestowed gifts. And when we find those gifts, may we let those pearls shine. Because in so doing, we can follow the example of these IEs that you have just met and bless the lives of millions as we fill the world with Zrii. I want to congratulate you all again for your record-breaking achievements. All of the spies that are in the crowd from other network marketing companies, you can go home and tell everyone it's true. And you were here to witness it. This group here, without question, you are the finest group of leaders in the industry. And it is a huge blessing in my life to be able to work with you in the field. We have a man at the helm who can mentor us. We have the classiest and most prestigious endorsement ever in the history of this industry. And we, without question, have the finest field. Go build with passion. Thanks.